Hey, hope you can hear me good. I'm in California. Just left 29 Palms. Interesting. I got a little video of what it's like outside the suburbs of it. This desert land and plops of housing, you know, here and there. Kind of a hodgepodge of life, I guess. But anyway, I've just noticed 29 Palms is a military town, so it really stood out in that. Everybody's got a shaved head, crew cut, and you walk in a place and they're like, "Oh shit, who's this?" So it's interesting. I'm thinking I'm just heading back to Quartzsite. When I came into the California border, and I still had fuel, but I don't like to get below a certain point. You know, when I get to close to a quarter, it's like, no, I need to fill up now. And I was about half, a little less than half, and the only gas station in like a 50 to 75 mile range, and I pulled over there. It's a Route 66 gas station, old Route 66. It was kind of a tourist trap. Gas was $5 a gallon, which kind of, you know, I got half the mileage out of that I would normally. Gas is pretty high in California, $3.50, you know, $4 is not uncommon. I think that was just a ripoff. But anyway, I found, I got an app that helps me find cheap gas, and I found one that was reasonable. I think it was $2.79, and went ahead and filled up there and kind of looked around, but there's nothing, no real spots that interest me as far as being able to just camp and be by myself. So, looks like I'm headed back to Quartzsite, but the bigger cities, I'm sure, you know, people want to go in. I'm not too far. I was 150 miles from San Bernardino. Los Angeles isn't far away. San Diego. But they're just, you know, big cities aren't my thing. I like kind of be out in the open. So anyway, a couple hours I'll be back in that area where I can set up camp and just relax a bit and enjoy. Real quick, last night I did stay at a little BLM camp area. It was nice. It was pretty quiet. There was a main road right next to it, but there was very little traffic, and there was kind of like a berm, so it kind of knocked the noise off. So much glass. I mean, there was glass everywhere. And I found a place that I parked in, and I spent the night in. But it's very small. They were doing construction not far from there, so I just didn't want to stay. So I ventured in, got a little taste of California, a different kind of California that I knew. Would have loved to have seen the ocean, but when you get close to the ocean, you know, there's no place to stay. Maybe up the coast. So maybe when I try this again, I will go a different route, kind of go up, just aim straight for Northern California. I really want to see the redwoods or be there, and then you know, hit Oregon and go up that way. Because I don't know, just California, I guess, doesn't suit me as well as I thought it might. Anyway, gonna go back on the road. Peace and love.